Okay, ethics in sport. We're going to look at the motto, doing whatever it takes to win. So for children, sport is about taking part of the activity and getting involved. Furthermore, not about winning or becoming a champion. So it really is about hanging out with friends and enjoying the moment. But it turns quickly into a very serious affair when you get into elite athletes and to elite sport, where this concept is completely the opposite, and there is a higher importance on winning and becoming the champion. There are consequences for this, such as athletes have more pressure on them, so therefore they look at ways in cheating, drugs, and technology to improve their performance. Let's look a little bit deeper into this. So what constitutes cheating? An athlete is intentionally breaking the rules to gain a significant unfair advantage over his competitors. So for example, drugs. Lance Armstrong, his use of performance-enhancing drugs in cycling. Ben Johnson's steroid use for the 100-metre track events. So he wanted to become faster over 100 metres running race. Equipment. Ball tampering with cricket by placing Vaseline in the cricket ball, and also altering the weight of a baseball bat and also cricket bat in order to hit the ball further. Match fixing also occurs when the match fixers meet up with other financial people in order to fix a game or bet on a game to get a predetermined result. Ice skater, such as Tanya Harding, plots to break rival ice skater Nancy Kerrigan's leg before the 1994 Winter Olympics. This is poor sportsmanship. What other infamous acts of cheating do you know? Such as the picture there with Maradona. It's classified as the hand of God. That ball went into the net for it to be scored as a goal, but it did not come off his head. He claimed it as a goal. Why do athletes cheat? To gain that unfair advantage, their desperation to win or achieve, their financial pressures, family pressures. Does the athlete feel anxious, nervous, lack of confidence? Do they need that mental edge, knowing that they are taking drugs, so therefore they should be and will be competitive? Some drugs for the advantages for drugs. The physical advantages are such as steroids for bodybuilding. It's going to improve your muscle mass. EPO for endurance sports is going to improve your endurance by increasing the red blood cell count. The disadvantages of drugs would be the side effects. There are side effects such as the increased aggression and anxiety and the sudden change in your physical appearance. Technology. Advantages. The best gear will equal improved performance and speed. If your country has that more financial funding than other countries, then you have an increased chance of a faster and improved performance because you'll have access to that gear. Cycling, such as bike frames. Bike frames are extremely expensive. If your country has an adequate funding, you'll be able to have access to the best frames in the world. Swimming would be swimming suits. There are many more. Disadvantages. So less funding would equal less opportunity for athletes to improve their times. So if you come from a country that has limited funding, you wouldn't be able to have access to the latest technology. Different sports also have different amounts of funding, which doesn't make it a little bit unfair. More ethical dilemmas. Remembering that over-the-counter medications do also contain banned substances with the national anti-doping agencies around the world. Some cold and flu tablets will contain a substance that is banned, so athletes will not be able to use that substance. asthma medications also contain banned substances. This has made it extremely hard for many athletes, in particular Australians, as we have such a high rate of sufferers. So some athletes that have asthma, they wouldn't be able to take the latest asthma medications purely because that medication will have a substance that is banned with the National Anti-Doping Agency. The use of IV drips to rehydrate athletes. In some countries this is banned, in some sports this is banned, which can be quite dangerous because IV drips are very, very useful in rehydrating an athlete, especially after an endurance event or in very hot conditions. The consequences for sporting cheats: jail time, media attention, loss of friends and also family. You'll see a picture there of a lady, her name is Rosie Roos. She won the Boston Marathon. However, she didn't run the 42.2 kilometres. She cheated. She didn't run the entire race, and she actually came back into the race towards the end of the event. So she did not complete the entire distance, but she claimed it as a win. So I want you to have a go now at writing a persuasive essay. I want you to address your essay to a coach outlining the following. Okay, so you're looking at what constitutes cheating, drugs and technology. I want you to also talk about the consequences of getting caught cheating and what you believe is a fair punishment. And then finally explain the ethical dilemmas associated with drugs and technology in sport. Here's a basic structure to help you. In particular, looking at the introduction, make sure that when you're introducing a topic, you introduce it effectively, state both sides of opinions, and then I want you to clearly state your position. And then make sure that you have 3 supporting reasons stated in parallel structure. The most important thing is 3 reasons to support your position. Okay, have a go at that. It should be at least 1.5 pages. Hopefully this has helped you. Good luck.